In a small town in America, far away from big cities and loud people, there lived a woman named Emily. She was quiet. She never spoke much. People in the town called her the Silent Wife. She lived in a white wooden house at the edge of the woods. The house looked old but clean. Flowers grew in the small garden. Every morning, Emily came out, watered the plants, smiled softly, and went back in. She looked kind, but her eyes were full of deep pain. No one knew her story. They only knew that she had once been married. Her husband, David, had died many years ago. Some said it was an accident. Some said he had gone missing. But no one really knew what happened, and Emily never spoke about him. One day, a young writer named Ryan came to the town. He was looking for peace. He wanted to write a book. The city noise made his mind tired, so he rented a room near Emily's house. He often saw her in the garden. She looked lonely. Her silence pulled him in like a mystery he wanted to solve. He tried to say hello once. She smiled but said nothing. Her smile was soft, but her eyes were heavy. There was something hidden deep inside her heart. Days passed. Ryan started to write his book, but his mind kept thinking about Emily. Who was she? Why was she so quiet? Why did she look like she was crying inside? He asked the old woman at the local store. She told him, "That's Emily. People call her the Silent Wife. Her husband died. Or maybe he left. No one knows. She never told anyone. She just stayed in that house and never moved on." Ryan felt something. He didn't know what. Maybe sadness. Maybe curiosity. Maybe both. One rainy evening, the power went out in the town. Ryan had no candles. He walked to Emily's house. He knocked on her door. After a long pause, she opened it. She looked surprised, but did not speak. Ryan smiled and said, "I don't have light. Can I sit here for a while?" She nodded and let him in. The house was silent. No sound. No clock ticking. Only the sound of rain outside. They sat in the living room. She lit a candle. The soft light made her face glow. Ryan looked around. The house was full of old things photos, books, a dusty piano. On the wall, there was a picture of a man. He looked kind, strong, happy. Ryan looked at the picture and asked, "Is that your husband?" Emily looked down. Her hand shook, but she nodded. The silence stayed for a while. Then Ryan said, "You don't have to speak, but I want to know your story. If you ever want to tell it, I will listen." Emily looked at him. Her eyes filled with tears. Still, she said nothing. Ryan got up to leave. She stood and walked him to the door. Just before he stepped out, she whispered, "Come tomorrow." The next evening, Ryan came back. She was waiting at the door. She let him in. They sat in the same room. She took a deep breath. Then she began to speak, softly, slowly. "His name was David. He was my husband. We were happy, very happy. He loved music. He played the piano every night. We danced in this room. We laughed. We dreamed." Her voice broke. She wiped her eyes and continued. One night he got a call. He said he had to go out. It was late. I asked him to stay, but he kissed my forehead and left. He never came back. Her hands were shaking. I waited. 1 day, 2 days, a week. Then I went to the police. They searched. They said maybe he left me. Maybe he had another life. But I knew him. He loved me. He would never leave like that. Ryan listened. He could feel her pain like a cold wind touching his heart. Emily continued. After some time, people stopped asking. They moved on. But I couldn't. I stayed. I waited. I still wait. Tears rolled down her face. Ryan held her hand. It was cold. Her heart was frozen in time. Some nights, she said, I hear the piano. I hear it play by itself. Maybe it's just my mind. Or maybe he's trying to tell me something. Ryan stayed silent. He didn't know what to say. This story stayed with him. That night, he couldn't sleep. He felt something was not right. A man doesn't just vanish. He started to look. He went to the town library. He asked people. He searched old newspapers. One paper caught his eye. It said, "Man missing after visiting forest edge. Police say no clues found." Ryan remembered that Emily's house was near the forest. He followed that clue. He walked into the woods behind her house. It was quiet. Birds stopped singing. Trees stood tall and still. After some time, he saw something, an old shed. It was locked. The wood was broken. Ryan pushed the door. It creaked open. Inside, it was dark and cold. He used his phone light. Then he saw it, a coat, an old shoe, and something else. A notebook. It had David's name on it. Ryan's heart raced. He opened the book. It had music notes. And one line written in red ink, "She knows." His hands shook. What did it mean? Who was she? Did Emily know something? Or was someone else involved? He took the notebook and ran back. He wanted to ask Emily, but when he reached her house, she was not there. The door was open. The piano was playing, but no one was sitting at it. He called out, "Emily." No answer. He walked inside. The air felt heavy. The music stopped. Then he saw a letter on the piano. It had his name. He opened it. It said, "Ryan, thank you for listening. I couldn't tell the whole truth, but I will now. David found something. He found out his secret. Someone in the town was doing something wrong. He wanted to stop it. That night, he went to meet them. I followed him. I saw everything. They hurt him. I hid. I couldn't save him, but I saw who did it. I kept quiet to stay safe. I buried the truth. I became the silent wife. But now you're here. You are brave. Please finish the story. Love, Emily." Ryan stood still. His heart was loud in his chest. He ran to the police. He gave them the letter. He showed them the notebook. After many days, they found the truth. An old man in the town had been selling land illegally. David had found out. He had tried to stop him. The man got scared and did something terrible. He had hidden the body deep in the woods. Emily had seen it but was too scared to speak. She lived with that pain for years. The police arrested the man. The news spread. People were shocked. Some cried. Some felt guilty. But Emily was gone. No one saw her again. Some said she left the town. Some said she went to find peace. Others said she still walks in the woods at night, listening to the piano. Ryan finished his book. He called it The Silent Wife. It became a story of love, loss, fear, and truth. It made people cry. It made people think. It touched hearts. In the end, Ryan wrote one line. Sometimes silence hides the loudest pain. And that became the moral of the story. Not all truth can be shouted. Some truth lives in silence. Some love never dies. And some wounds never heal. But even the silent heart can speak when someone is ready to listen. If you want, I can continue with an emotional ending scene of Ryan visiting her garden again. Would you like that?